What is going on, football fans? It's your boy Lolo. We are here on a midweek Wednesday night, late night edition of On the Stoop with Lolo. And lots of action going on today across the Champions League, today and yesterday. And today we've got some fun stuff to talk about. We're not your normal show, as you guys already know. So today we have another edition of Footy Fight Club, where we are going to pit Kyle Walker against Trent Alexander-Arnold. The two of them had a little bit of a, I bet you if you asked either of them, they don't even consider it beef. But hey, we do too many shows to let something like this slide. So we'll get into all of that as soon as I bring my lovely co-host in. But first and foremost, do not forget, please take the moment to hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, the like button, do the Holy Trinity. Bless your Father. Come on, come on. And if you don't, we won't be able to drink. There you go. So let's get to the show. Well, let me first say what's up to all the Stoop crew across the globe, starting with Saul there in Australia and Bandy in the UK, part of the Ava crew. The All Vampires are we, because it's 3 a.m. right now, and they are up watching. So good to see you guys on the show, and everybody else who's in the comment section as well. So let's get to the show. You know him, you love him. Let's bring on Mr. Mark, the only living Wolves fan in New York.
How y'all doing, man? Good to see y'all. Or good to see you, Lolo, and good to see everyone in the comments there.
Yeah, man.
Kyle
cool.
Walker was the first player when I first started watching Premier League. He was the first player that I saw, and I said to myself, that boy good. Although I don't think he's having that good of a season this year as he did 2 years ago when I started watching. But all the things. I feel sorry for Trent.
Well, you kind of got to feel sorry for Kyle Walker a little bit because, like, he is a fantastic player, super fast, super strong player, really good right back. But, I mean, they have fucking João Cancelo.
Yeah.
Like, how are you... How are you going to start over João Cancelo? Move João to the left? Okay. But, like, just because he can play anywhere, I think João Cancelo will end up in the midfield at some point this season. That's just the way Manchester City is. But but I agree with you. Kyle Walker has always been one of these guys that he just doesn't look like he should be as fast as he is because he is big. But he's so fast. He's so fucking fast.
When you notice him, he's just kind of being stationary, almost like that snake that's about ready to strike. Yeah. And then you just kind of miss it. And then we're like, wait a minute, how did Kyle get there?
Yeah, and back when Aguero was on the team as well, because Aguero would he would like hardly be moving, but he'd be right on the last man. And then he would just turn and go. And you don't expect Aguero or Kyle Walker to be as fast as they are. And they really are.
Yeah.
And so, but I would say these are two attack-minded right backs. They are... Kyle Walker has transitioned into a more traditional, not traditional, the new age right back that we have. That Trent Alexander-Arnold is the epitome of.
Definitely.
We always say, yo, what's up, Ben, Arizona? Good to see you, my man. So we always say how Trent Alexander-Arnold is fantastic if you don't consider him a defender. He's a brilliant player if you don't consider him a defender. Even today, watching them play against Inter Milan, he messed up a few times defending where they really should have scored. It just goes to show you, we've mentioned before how, all of a sudden Trent is an incredible defender when Virgil van Dijk is covering for his ass. Right? So, but hey, we're not here to talk fully football right now. We will. Eventually. We're here to talk about this little bit of a beef. And did you hear anything about
I saw something on Reddit. Something that may have
that's
been...
about as far as it really should go.
But I was just like, not really... It's not... It didn't seem like beef. You know, like right now, there is beef between the Arsenal pundits and Ruben Neves. Because Ruben Neves was just like, I've never seen Arsenal celebrate before.
Yeah, and we're
and
like, fuck off.
and like Arsenal's like, fuck you, we won. I'm even over it, Ruben. And that was hard. I don't know if you watched our show or watched my reaction.
Exactly.
Oof.
No.
So it's more like beef jerky?
Yeah.
I think Kyle Walker and Trent Alexander-Arnold is it's beef bouillon.
So
it's even thinner than jerky.
Here's the thing. The only reason there would be actual beef has to do with the England national team, because Trent Alexander-Arnold was a lock for the national team for the Euros. And then Virgil van Dijk gets injured for nearly an entire season, and Trent's defensive record just starts going downhill.
Yeah. They had him playing so out of position.
And Kyle Walker is tearing it up. And listen, Kyle Walker's older. He's far more experienced. He's been on the national team for a long time. And they went with him. And he had a fantastic Euros. He was effective. But so that's kind of the little bit of beef there. And it wouldn't be, like, I don't even know. Trent Alexander-Arnold seems like such a pretty nice guy, especially when you consider he's from Liverpool. So it makes him actually a really good guy, because of what.
Well, he seems to have that very easygoing temperament. You know, you see him on the pitch, and he's just kind of, you know, he's definitely not a Zaha or Rudiger.
Yeah,
you know when those guys are unhappy.
Yeah, and I would even put Kyle Walker there. Kyle Walker is aggressive. He's a very aggressive.
Oh, he's very aggressive.
And he loves getting into tussles. Trent Alexander-Arnold, not as strong, not as big, and he gets pushed off. So let me just explain what happened. So Trent Alexander-Arnold was being asked by reporters about all sorts of shit. And he essentially says, like, look at Man City's team, as they have a fantastic team. They full of incredible players, but Man City haven't won the Champions League yet.
Yes, now I remember.
We've won both. Like they've won the league, but they haven't won the Champions League. We've won both. Right. And, you know, nothing he's saying there is wrong. And I kind of feel like he's saying Man City has a better team, technically, than anybody else. But you look at us, we've won it. So then... So
until you lift it, shut the fuck up. Right?
Yeah. Well, because nobody at Man City is saying like that they're better or anything. It's pundits saying like, how do you feel about playing second fiddle to Man City in the league? And he's like, look, we won the Champions League. They haven't. And so Kyle Walker then, a day later or so, Manchester City is going to play Sporting Lisbon and in the Champions League, and Kyle Walker got a red card in the previous match. A stupid red card, didn't need to happen. They were already through. Really stupid red card. So he's out for this first match. So poor Man City has to start João Cancelo instead of him. Fuck off.
And what, they won like 11-0 or something?
They were up 2-0 in like 2 minutes, 5 minutes. It was stupid.
That's City.
I put a bet on them to win 7-0, and they only won 5-0.
Yeah.
So he comes out bet. And yeah, and I placed it at like halftime, so it was all right. So then Kyle Walker puts out a clip on Instagram or something, some social media, which he does not have to do. And, you know, he was really spurned on to do this, you could tell, because he goes out and he's wearing his runner-up medal, Champions League final runners-up medal. He's holding a man of the match Champions League trophy. And so there's
Does it look like the one with the football behind you? It's like
well, it just looks like the Champions League thing. But the ball with all the stars and everything. But then he's wearing this. He kind of really looks silly, but he's wearing a England national team cap. And that just, and he's talking about we're going to turn this runner-up medal into a first-place medal, da-da-da-da-da-da. But, like, you could tell he, like, dug that hat out because it does not look good on him. It does not look anything like. Let me see if I can share that with you. I had it up here. Yeah. So, let me see. Do you guys see that? Or, John, I'm going to put that.
I do.
You guys see that?
Wow, he looks like he won like beer golf at the fraternity. You ever play beer golf? Where you go into a room and there's a keg and it's a par 5, so you have to drink 5 beers before you go to the next room.
But you see what I mean? Like
yeah.
The hat, it's not like he's not like one of us who like we wear hats all the time. We've got ours at the ready.
Right.
Like that looks like it was flattened.
It looks like it was like his kid's hat. Like Fisher Price fireman hat that he's got on. Is like, I am Billy the Bulldozer and I'm gonna bulldoze that building.
It's crazy. So he goes off and all he doesn't mention it at all. He doesn't mention Trent at all. Mm-hmm. And he just goes on to say, like, let's turn this into an actual winner's medal. Let's do it, boys. Sorry I can't be there with you, blah, blah, blah. So all of his words are very, like, they're what you want to hear, I guess. But that right there is a subtle dig. So I'm thinking, let's go. We're doing Football Fight Club. So, Mark, let's see the tail of the tape.
Let's hear the tail of the tape.
So, as we said, Kyle Walker, 5'10", only an inch taller than Trent. But he's got 30 pounds. That's like in stones. I don't know. That's a lot of stones.
It is.
I don't know how many. I don't know what a stone is, but
well, it's like a John Stone, but minus a something.
I'm just saying.
I don't even know. I think like is like a stone. Is a stone like 60 pounds? Anyone out there?
I don't know. So half a stone.
I don't know.
I don't know why
it's like 3.5 stones.
Translate to that. Either way, it's like 12 kilos more.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big difference, Mark.
Yep.
Like, that's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
And just look at the two of them. Like, anyway, so Kyle Walker, born in Sheffield. Trent is born in Liverpool. Kyle Walker's 31 versus 23 years old for Trent. And I put down as some strengths, power, speed, and he's an asshole. So I think, just look at him. The dude can fight. Like, he can fight. I don't know if Trent has been in any fights. I'm sure he's been in some scraps. Growing up.
Well done, Director John. Well
30
done.
30 pounds equals a 4-inch slice of Wolverhampton. 1 stone is 14 pounds. All right,
okay.
So yeah, he's 2 stones heavier than him.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So I was trying to think what to put down as Trent Alexander-Arnold's strengths, and I would say his reach. You would think he has longer arms and longer legs because he's so kind of lanky. He has a passion, but he's also got composure. You don't see him lose the plot very often. You see him get hyped up, but you see him have some cool, calm collectiveness. Mm-hmm. Now, here's a big question. At this fight, we got to decide where they're going to meet, where this fight is going to go down, and then I got a big question for you, Mark. Is Klopp and Pep at the bar as well? Like as cut men? You know?
I got to tell you that this isn't, at least for me, this isn't a bar fight. This goes to Gold's Gym and they get into the ring. You know, because they're used to, they're fair competitors. They're not going to try any dirty shit. They're just going to go at each other. They don't need to have any sort of tussle and be like, well, I don't like your shirt. I don't like your shirt either. Let's step outside. These are a couple of pretty intelligent guys. We had Romo. Ariel Romo?
Romelu.
No, not
No,
Romelu.
Romeo. Sorry,
Romeo. Thank you. Now that's a guy that is going to take you outside. He just has that look about him. But there's a little more kind of a fairness about Kyle Walker, to where he's like, you know what?
Fairness.
We're going to go down. We're going to go down to the training facility, and we're going to jump in the ring, and we're going to have at each other. Because when we first started talking about this, I immediately started thinking about a championship bout many years ago. A couple American fighters, Marvelous Marvin Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard. And it was one of these things where one guy was pure power and the other guy was finesse and speed. And it was a fantastic battle. And I could see these two going at it, and it'd be pretty damn like you didn't know who was going to have it,
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel like if they were at a bar, it would be like not Mane, somebody, maybe James Milner comes up to Trent and goes, "Hey, buddy, I hate to tell you, but you stepped on Kyle Walker's shoe, and he wants to fight you now." And Trent's like, "Oh shit, man, hold my daiquiri."
I tell you, I'm almost thinking that Milner would be like, "Tribute."
Milner would
call for
definitely
tribute.
Step in,
and Milner's just like, I'm gonna fight for this kid because he's just gonna
that's what they keep him around for.
Yeah,
it's like he's their hockey, their hooligan, their
right. He's like 40, right, or 37. Milner's in his 30s, right?
Klopp.
Goon,
yeah,
Goon. Exactly.
But I find it different. I can see like both clubs partying at the bar separately. Some of them are mingling, like you can tell, like Jordan Henderson and Kevin De Bruyne are hanging out talking, and then De Bruyne is going to come up to Kyle Walker and go, "Hey, one of the guys wants to fight," and before he's even done, Kyle Walker downs his shot and goes, "Let's go." Like, doesn't matter who, doesn't matter what, but if somebody wants to go, let's fucking dance. And he would already be outside. He would take off his button-down shirt and he would be wearing that. He would be wearing his England kit.
He's not wearing the sports bra?
No. And then Trent shows up wearing red and Kyle Walker's like, "You chose the right color."
Right.
Because I'm not getting this dirty.
I got to ask you here. Is De Bruyne, does he look like one of those guys at the bar who's like putting like rubber spiders and cockroaches in people's drinks and being the goofball and the practical joker? Because he looks like he is that guy. You just kind of see him and he's just like,
from him.
No?
I feel like that's more Phil Foden, Jack Grealish. I feel like Kevin De Bruyne
fucking
want to,
Grealish and Foden have ditched this party and gone to the fucking nightclub.
See,
they're chasing tail.
Kyle Walker's waiting in the alley thinking it's one of those two that he's going to fight. And he's like, "Let's do this." They need a good punch in the mouth. But so let's take them outside. They're both outside, man. How do you think this kicks off? We've already said, I feel like it would be a more like, okay, how are we doing this? Fists, feet? What are we doing? And they would set down some ground rules.
Yeah,
so I think maybe MMA style, because Trent would want to be able to kick. I don't think Trent would give away his reach, his long legs.
Right.
Versus the rock that is Kyle Walker.
Yeah, if we're gonna take this outside, I think it's one of those things where Trent's going to try and like realize that he's in this situation and he's got to talk it out. And he's just like, we don't have to do this. I don't know why his head shakes when he talks, but and Kyle Walker just walks up to him and just punches him square in the head and drops Trent. Trent gets up and Kyle Walker's just be like, no, you don't want to get up. You want to stay down. Kind of like in the movie Snatch, when Mickey's in the ring with the driver for Turkish and Tommy.
Yeah.
He's like, well, you go down, you stay down. Yeah. But no, Trent just keeps, and then eventually Trent's gonna give him his, and I don't know if it's gonna end with like the shrug. Don't know what happened there.
Oh,
not that.
I think that's a little aggressive of a first move for Kyle Walker. I think I'm going with Gary here with maybe I can see the first part of Trent coming out and going, look, man, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I did to offend you. Meanwhile, Kyle Walker's thinking, who are you? But
you almost made me spit up there. I mean, this is the whole point of them trash talking one another and him holding his little participation trophies.
But I think he's like trying like, man, da da da. And I think Kyle Walker slaps him in the face just to kick it off, just to go like, oh, you're not mad? Let's go. And he gives him a slap. And, he's got to get close because he's got shorter arms. And he slaps him Shanae.
He's like a T-Rex.
Yeah, a little bit. He's not Luke Shaw, but he's close.
Oh, my goodness.
Tyrannosaurus Shaw. Yeah, I think he smacks him one. And that brings out the Scouser in Trent. That goes. And Trent's probably showing up with like 14 dudes who didn't.
He's got Connor Cody behind him.
No. Connor Cody would have taken the slap for him. Would have dove in and gotten the slap for him.
Actually, I think Cody is defending the Ukrainian border and against the Russian attack. I think that's where he is tonight.
Oh my God. So I see a bitch slap. And that pisses Trent off a little bit, and he just kind of goes at Kyle Walker. And Kyle Walker, knowing it's coming, kind of balls up a little bit and takes him, going, come a little closer.
So like a Mayweather closer. Style, where he's like hiding behind that shoulder.
Like, come on. And then clocks him. Which makes Trent pop up and run away. But Kyle Walker is like Juggernaut. Once you get him moving, he may not be quick off the draw, but he's fast once he gets moving. And I think this goes all the way down, up and down the alley. They run, fight, run, fight. What do you think?
I love the Juggernaut reference because when we're reading the comic books, we're definitely picking the superhero. But Juggernaut was my favorite villain because he was just balls out nutso. He's just like, what superpower I know I can run really fast and lower my head and smash things. Anything. It was so absurd.
Anything. You missed on Happy Hour. You weren't there this week, but we had a Juggernaut question in a category called Vinny Vidi Vici, which was all about Vinny Jones movies.
Vinny Jones.
And Vinny Jones played Juggernaut.
He did, and he was probably also a guy that was just absolutely reckless.
Yeah, he was fantastic in it. Okay, so before we get to our final conclusions about how this fight is going to end, don't forget, guys, in the comments there, let us know who you think is going to win. We're coming up on that, but we actually have our mystery sponsor today. We have tons of sponsors these days that we don't even have time to list them all in the credits, so we have some mystery ones, and unfortunately, I got here earlier than you did, Mark, so I saw it. So, out of all honesty to all the Stoop crew and everything, I can't be the one to read it. So, can you do the honors and
So
read
it's
this
not
one?
such a mystery sponsor for you.
It's not for
So,
me.
Okay. Well, the one a couple of days ago yesterday was pretty goddamn good. But
Wolverhampton was fantastic.
for those of you who have been wondering about our mystery sponsor on the Stoop Presents, a word from our sponsor.
Hold on, Mark. It gets weird from here.
Friends, are you tired of those sports drinks filled with sugars and artificial sweeteners? I know I am. From the makers of Human Tears comes the latest technology in energy drinks. Danny Drinkwater presents Drinkwaters. Drink water. Zero sugar, zero carbs, and absolutely 0 cents. Because nothing makes sense here on the Stoop. Here he is. He's drinking his water because whenever he wants to drink water, he drinks. Drinkwaters, drink water. Sponsored by Danny Drinkwater. Danny Drinkwater is not sponsoring our show if there's any confusion.
No, but Drinkwater's Drinkwater is.
But he is drinking his drink water.
He's only loosely
To
affiliated
drink water.
with the show. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. So go out and go to www.
Go drink some water. In fact,
go to
I'm gonna drink some water now.
drinkwatersdrinkwater.com/ on the Stoop with Lolo, and you will get your own bottle of Danny Drinkwater's drink water.
It's probably filled with roids.
All right. So we've got some comments here in here from Bandy. For the fight, Kyle would be in a Tarzan outfit and Trent would be in stockings and suspenders.
You know, actually, I see Kyle Walker more doing the hillbilly Jim thing where he found a 2x4 and he's got that rest and he's like, hey! You know, maybe Trent Alexander Arnold is, I don't know, he looks kind of wiry. He's Superfly Snuka, whose big move. If Mr. Tom was here, he would just be flipping out. It's like, oh my God, how many people can you name from wrestling?
He'll put it in the comments later tomorrow. And Saul says, with Sheffield and Liverpool involved, there's no way this fight doesn't have knives involved. Yeah, those would be the crew that are there with them, not the rest of the team.
They're all just like standing behind them.
Okay, guys, so let's see it, Mark. Let's. Who are you taking in this battle?
I'm taking Kyle Walker. Absolutely, Kyle Walker.
I think you have to.
Yeah, he's a juggernaut. And he's just gonna run right at him, and Arnold is just gonna be like, "What are you doing? Stop it!"
Yeah, listen.
Kind of like one of the geeks from Freaks and Geeks. If anyone watched that,
yeah.
No, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Trent wins, says Gary.
Trent wins. He puts in a roundhouse kick. Kyle gets in a punch before Trent kick knocks him out. Trent's chest has crater in it used for eating soup for the rest of his days. Absolutely. Listen, I think
soup on me.
This is one of those where you've seen these types of fights in MMA and boxing and all that. The guy with the reach versus the guy who with the power, the guy who wants to keep it close, guy who wants to take it to the ground, guy who wants to stand up, all of that going on here. And I think Trent gets in a good bunch of knocks. But just looking at him, who has the glassier jaw and glassier bones? Who can take a punch versus who? Like, I just think the hits are coming harder from Kyle Walker, and he just looks like you could punch him in the face 100 times and he might not notice.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention the like body jabs and the leg. Like, he would have to get him with a solid roundhouse kick. It would be like Kyle's winning. Oh, Trent knocked him out if he were to win. But
that was pretty much how the Hagler Leonard fight went.
I think I gotta do it. I gotta do it, and I gotta give it to. I gotta agree with you, Kyle Walker for the win. Here's this
because he beats him with the
What are you doing?
participation
No, with his hat.
trophy.
He puts his hand in the hat so that Trent has the badge, the crest.
Yeah, because he's like, he sees it and it's red,
face.
and he's like, oh, I'm supposed to let that happen.
Oh, my God. Well, everybody, thank you guys so much for joining us. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you guys have any other Footy Fight Club bouts that you would like to see or hear and talk about, or get on the show and talk about yourself, just let us know in the comments or on the stoopwithlolo.com. Please do the Holy Trinity, the like, subscribe, share, bless your father, so we can drink. All right, Mark, that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
We'll see what happens in the end. So thank you, Director John, and thank you to Danny Drinkwater's Drinkwater. Brought to you by Danny Drinkwater. Peace from Brooklyn, y'all.